PSA before you start watching this video. If you have not finished season 2 of Outer Banks, or if you don't want it spoiled, do not watch this video. Go watch season 2 and then come back and watch it. This contains a lot of spoilers. I just wanted to warn y'all. Thanks, enjoy the video. Hey guys, it's Mikinna, and if you're watching this, Outer Banks season 2 is out and you've already watched it, and we're all gonna talk about it together. I am so excited. As I'm filming this right now, it hasn't come out yet. It's July 29th, and it doesn't come out until like really late tonight, or like technically early tomorrow morning. But when you're seeing this, it should be out. And I'm just gonna say to not watch this video if you haven't finished season 2, because for the first part of this video, I'm not really gonna be spoiling anything, but the second part of the video, there probably will be spoilers. I wanted to make a video about this new season, but I didn't know how I should do it, so I asked you guys on Instagram, as I always do because I can't make decisions for myself, and asked if you guys wanted me to do like a theories video and kind of what I expect to happen in the second season before it comes out, or like a review reaction kind of thing after it comes out. And I kind of got mixed responses on all of it, so we're gonna do both. For this first part of the video, I went back and rewatched the entire first season and the trailers, and kind of like wrote down a list of things that I'm gonna guess are going to happen in the second season. But as a collective, me editing this and also you guys watching this have probably already seen the season, so you know if these things have already happened. So it'll be fun. We can like find out together. You can see what my thought process was before I watched the season, and then I'm gonna watch it and then review it for you guys, and I'm gonna react to part of it. We'll get there. You'll see what I'm doing. I've got my I Would Die for John B shirt on because yes, I did buy this when they went viral on TikTok like a year ago. Let's get into the video. So I've got my handy dandy list here, and like I said, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because the season's already out. We already know if these things happen or not. I just think it could be interesting for y'all to see kind of like where my head was at before watching the season. Okay, so the first thing that I realized after rewatching season 1 is that I never really realized how like cut and dry treasure hunt Goonies vibes the show had. It was very like, here's a trail of clues that were strategically left for you. You found them all, so you found the gold kind of thing. Now that all the steps have been followed and they're kind of on their own, I don't think that season 2 can even be like that, because there's no new set of clues unless like Ward starts messing with all the kids and is like, yeah, if you want it, you have to like go on this treasure hunt again. Okay, yeah, to piggyback off of that, from like a business point of view for Netflix, it would be really stupid for them to cancel this show after only 2 seasons. It's very popular, and I have a feeling it's going to continue to be very popular. So it would be not smart for the creators of the show and Netflix to cancel it after only 2 seasons. With that being said, the whole point of the show is to find the gold. Like, that's the goal of the show. So either they find the gold and the next future seasons are going to be about what they do with the gold, or they're not going to find it and they're going to have to keep trying to find it in future seasons. So I don't really think they're going to find the gold, because I don't think that that's how they're going to continue the show. I think they're going to find something else. Like, they're going to find some sort of other big clue, or they're not going to find the gold, but they're going to find this other major thing that's going to help them find it. I don't know, but just, I don't see this being the last season, so I don't see them finding the gold at the very end. They might find it, but they're not going to get it, or something is going to be messed up to where they can't just like go to Mexico and live their lives. Another thing that I just think is going to be different in season 1 and season 2 is the fact that in season 1, nobody had power, they didn't have phone service. The power's back on. That's how they ended the season. So now that they have the abilities to call people, it's easier to contact people, but also easier to get caught doing things. So I feel like that could also be a problem. My final thought of watching like the last 5 minutes of season 1 was, who were the guys that picked them up? Like, after their boat sunk and they were kind of stranded in the ocean, those men that picked them up, like the captain of that ship, were going to the Bahamas. I don't think that's a coinky dink. I do not. I think that somehow those men are going to play a part in season 2. That brings me to the new character. There's a new character in this season. Well, there's a lot of new characters in this season, but one of the major ones, her name is Cleo. And I have this weird feeling that Cleo is probably like the daughter of this these like ship captains that picked John B and Sarah up. They're gonna have something to do with each other. But yeah, then again, literally none of this matters because the season's already out, but that's kind of where my head is at before watching season 2. None of those are like specific theories, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting for this season. We'll see if I'm right. Okay, now that my theories are out of the way, we all know where my head is at. There are 3 clips of the show that Netflix has released early on their YouTube, but I'm going to react to them with you guys because I haven't watched them yet. So we'll see what they're about. So I'm not gonna be able to record me reacting to the whole thing because I can get copyrighted off of that. But this first one is called Alive.
Whose phone was that?
They're in school now. That's different. They're alive!
He's typing.
He's typing.
It's him.
Oh, that's so cute! And that didn't really spoil anything because we already knew they were gonna figure out they were alive. That was cute. I like that. Okay, this next one is called Fired. That doesn't sound good.
Can I have everybody's attention, please? Have a little
The
announcement to make.
plastic cup.
Rafe Cameron killed and shot the sheriff in cold blood.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Ooh.
Let's go, get off!
He should have done that. That was valid. Okay, the next one is called John B and Sarah Sunset Dance. I feel like something's gonna happen to them. It's probably not the right time to talk about that. But I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. Like, that was cute, but why were they crying? That seemed like sad crying, which I don't know why they'd be sad crying in that situation. I don't know. I feel like something bad's gonna happen. I have to wait a few more hours, and then I'm gonna watch it, and then we can talk about it together. So, let's go watch the new season. Okay, guys, I know that you can't really see me, but here's the deal. It's almost 2 a.m. right now. It's like 1:55 currently. And I'm staying up to watch it as soon as it comes out because it doesn't come out until 2 a.m. where I live. But here's why I'm staying up. Because my mom and I watched the first season together and we both want to watch the second season together. But I wanted to stay up and watch it as soon as it came out, and my mom did not. She's asleep right now because it's 2 a.m. and most people are asleep. I think it's fun to stay up and watch shows like this as soon as they come out. I did it with Stranger Things and stuff. I think it's fun. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch one episode as soon as it comes out, and then I'm gonna finish watching the rest of the season with my mom like tomorrow. So I have 4 minutes and it's gonna come out. I'm so excited. Lighting in here is awful. Should I turn on my LEDs? Oh, that's bright. Oh my god, it's 2 o'clock. Oh my god, it's there. That says season 2, episode 1.
Everyone you know will die.
True. Oh, I knew it. That's the new girl. Well, are you gonna open it? And you left her all by herself. You shouldn't have split up. That's stupid. You don't do that.
Always tell the truth about Rafe.
They're gonna rat out their own son.
Don't ever say that again, Russ.
He's not her son. Well, they can't get it open. Okay, well now we're pretty sure that Ward knows they're alive. Maybe. That was fun. That was really fun. I'm gonna go to bed now that it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna finish the rest of the season tomorrow. It's the next night. We've moved to the living room. So my mom watched the first episode. What'd you think of the first one?
I mean, I thought it was pretty good.
And we just finished the second episode. The ending.
She was shot.
So, oh yeah, spoiler alert.
Oh, oops.
No, I mean, I said at the beginning of this video that you shouldn't watch it if you don't want it spoiled. So it's a little bit later. We finished half of the season. We're going to bed. And then we're going to finish tomorrow. Yeah, I'll try to break out of jail. Do you think he's going to make it out of jail? Do you think they're going to let him out or they're going to break him out?
Depends on if Shoop is gonna be straight or crooked. If he's gonna play crooked, then no.
We watched through episode 5, so we finished episode 5. We haven't watched episode 6 yet. John B is still in jail. We think they're about to arrest Ward.
Either that
or
or he kills
Rafe.
himself. I think he's gonna kill himself.
Okay, it's dark, you can't see me, but it's the next day now, and we watched some more. Oh, you really can't see me. You can hear me, and that's all that matters. We finished episode 8, we haven't watched episode 9 yet. It's almost over, which is kind of sad. It's good still, so far. I'll let you know later, update you later. What just happened? We just finished episode 9.
I knew it.
How did he survive that? They're indestructible. Nobody can die. We have revived like 5 people from the dead this season. Like I predicted, there's no way that this is like a clean ending.
No, there's no way it can be over in an hour.
We have like 5 or 10 minutes left of the last episode. It's the next morning. We waited until now to watch it.
They're definitely leaving it way open.
It's almost too open. They're in Barbados.
Oh my god, it's not John B's dad.
I think it is.
You have to help.
There's no way! He's alive! This show is just full of people that die and then like come back from the dead. So I've now finished season 2. I have had a few days to collect my thoughts. Not really, I finished it yesterday, but I want to get this video up as fast as possible, so let's talk about season 2. I guess the first thing we can start with is the cliffhanger at the end, which is that John B's dad is still alive. It makes sense. I mean, I did think he was dead, but like, I kind of get why they needed some sort of big cliffhanger. As far as that goes, I've been seeing a lot of theories on TikTok about all of that, and somebody said this was not my original thought. Somebody else came up with this. I don't know who it was, but somebody said that John B's dad took whatever like healing thing was in the cross, and that's how he's still alive and like got better or whatever, which again makes sense because John B's dad was like the closest to finding the gold, or he did actually find it and then died. It would also make sense that he would have also found the cross already. And that's probably why the Limbri lady, what was her name? Carla, Cecilia? I believe it started with a C. I don't remember her name. She's working with John B's dad because he has whatever she wants. And then my other theory, this one I came up with in my head, somebody else might have already said this, but I also thought of it, was that the deserted island that like the kids washed up on or whatever that they got to is actually Barbados, which is where John B's dad is. Because I did some digging and I found out that that scene when they were like on their deserted island or whatever was filmed in Barbados. So it would make sense that they're on the same island. But then again, that brings me into another thing that I wanted to talk about this season, of how it kind of felt a little bit repetitive. I honestly don't know if it was like repetitive because they ran out of ideas and couldn't think of anything to write, or if it was specific character parallels that were put in for a reason. I'm not sure. It could be either, but it did seem like a lot of the same things kept happening. Like if they do end up making it to where they're all in Barbados and they all end up meeting up sometime in the 3rd season, that's very similar to when John B and Sarah just so happened to have to stop for gas in Charleston, and that's where JJ, Pope, and Kiara were, and then they ended up meeting up, and that happening again in Barbados does seem a little bit repetitive, but they could switch it up a little bit. I don't know. Honestly, the ending of it was so open. Like, yes, cliffhangers at the end of shows are inevitable. They always happen that way, and they're frustrating because you're like, oh, I have to wait like another year until I know what happens with this. But this season was left so open at the end that there are so many cliffhangers of like where everybody is going to land at the beginning of the 3rd season, because you have the Camerons on their ship going to, where are they going? Guadeloupe? Is that where they ended up going? They're going somewhere. Ward is alive and almost died a 2nd time because of John B. Rose is just kind of hanging with Ward, doing their own thing. Rafe is psycho. Poor Wheezy is just all in the middle of it all. And then you have all of like the kids and the Pogues on Pogelandia, which is actually Barbados. And then you have John B's dad still alive with the lady on the crutches, and then you have poor Topper left in the Outer Banks just wondering where everybody went because everybody left. I kind of liked Topper in the 2nd season. Actually, I hated him in the 1st season, but the 2nd season he was not a horrible person. But you have all of those possible story arcs that are so open that I can't even be frustrated or like impatient about the whole like John B's dad being alive thing, because there are still so many other things that we don't have answers to yet. Because, like, where is the gold? Did the gold actually make it to, like, the Swiss or wherever it was going? Comparing this season to the first season, I like them the same amount. I don't think one is better than the other, but one, like, there are certain aspects that each one was better than. I definitely feel like the first season wasn't as repetitive because there wasn't anything for it to repeat. The second season seemed a little repetitive because the one thing that I was kind of getting sick of was when people would die and then they would come back from the dead. Well, I mean, they weren't like magically coming back to life. They just didn't die. Like Sarah got shot and died, and then John V gave her CPR and she came back to life. And the same thing with JJ, and Pope almost died. So that was a little much. And the same thing happened with Ward. Oh, John B almost died as well twice. But then also it was very unrealistic because like the CPR that John V gave Sarah would not revive anybody. And like I took like the CPR certification class, but I'm not like a pro at CPR, but I know that wouldn't do that. Really, she was out for too long. So that was kind of like, okay, so she just got shot and then immediately goes on the run for like 2 days. Nobody's eating, you know, they're kind of just doing their own thing, and she was just shot and now she's fine. Same thing with the cross. Oh my god, this scene bothered me so much. When they got the cross down and they took Pope to well, they didn't take him to the hospital. They took him to wherever they took him. They left the cross just sitting there. Nobody would do that. There was a group of them. There were quite a few people there. You know, they could have had 2 people go with Pope wherever he was going and then had like 2 or 3 people stay with the cross to defend it. That was just stupid to leave it there. They knew that somebody was going to find it and take it. It was such a stupid decision, and nobody would do that if it was like in real life. But then again, I'm like, it is a TV show. It's not supposed to be real life. So I don't know. I definitely feel like Cleo's going to play a bigger part in the 3rd season. And also, I was right that her and the ship captains from the end of season 1 were somehow related, but she's not their daughter. She just worked for them. So I was a little off, but I still got the gist of it. I did really like the season. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews about it, but I honestly really liked it, and I think it has the potential to keep going. But I do feel like they did kind of draw it out. So maybe like 1, maybe 2 more seasons. I don't know where else they could really go with it. I don't know how many things Denmark Tanny could have hidden in the Outer Banks for them to find. But yeah, I did really like this season. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on it. So I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the bell for notifications so that you never miss a post. And since this was a bonus video, I will see you guys this Sunday with a new video.